Love is on the air on Spirit 105.3. I'm Erica with Kassie from Marysville. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I just put my daughter down for a nap.
Oh, lovely. How old is she?
She's about 8 months.
That is one of the sweetest ages.
Yeah, she's definitely coming into her own personality.
What are you seeing?
Oh, she is kind of moody sometimes, but she loves to smile. She always wants me around and wants to do it herself, though. I have to be there, but she wants to do everything herself.
Sounds like the perfect little girl.
Yeah, she is.
My mom tells a funny story. When I was just learning how to talk, she left me with my dad, and he was babysitting me, and at the end of the day, he kept saying, "Your daughter is a little rooster. She keeps saying cock-a-doo, cock-a-doo." And my mom was like, "She's saying Erica-doo, Erica-doo." I wanted to do everything. Anyway,
I
sweet.
love that.
Thank you. Girl, I love your love story. And I'm so glad you're going to share it on the radio. It all started with your grandma, right? How beautiful.
I know. It's a very unique story for sure. My grandma was pretty much my favorite person, and I might get emotional because she was my favorite person. So she was my favorite person growing up, and we would always be over at her house, my brother and I, and my grandma would just go with anything that I wanted to do. And I always loved the idea of a family and being a mom. And so oftentimes we would play house. Like we would have pretend weddings, like to the point where she would make me wedding dresses. Like she would sew them and I'd put on wedding dresses and we would go through and I'd have a whole ceremony. And we just played all the time like that. Oftentimes she would say, when I'm older, like, you're going to take care of me. Like, oh, you'll change my diapers. And I'd always be like, yeah, grandma, yeah. You know, as like a 9-year-old, you're just thinking, yeah, that's forever away. But then as I got older, I would come back from college and I would take her to her medical appointments because she started getting sick. And so she would need someone to help her with her medical appointments. After a while, she just wasn't able to leave her place anymore. And so she started a home health program. She called me the night before and she said, "Kassie, I need you to come be my second set of ears and eyes so that I know what's going on." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, Grandma, I'll be there." So I get there and I walk into the room and I didn't expect to see a male nurse in there. I walk in and I was like, oh my goodness. He was just sitting there in one of the chairs and I was taken aback. I was like, oh, this isn't what I expected. So I just kind of pretended like it didn't faze me. I was like, okay, like I'm here for my grandma. I'm just going to focus on what my grandma needs. After a few sessions, my grandma would say like, what about Brian? As she's like kind of elbowing me after each appointment. And I'm like, I don't know, Grandma. Like, I don't want it to be weird. I'm nervous. I don't want to put myself out there and get rejected. Eventually, I learned that she was doing the same thing to him. So whenever he showed up early for an appointment, she'd say, so what about my granddaughter, huh? What about my granddaughter? I finally was like, okay, Grandma, I'll try. Like, yes, he's cute. Yes, I really like him. I'll try. I finally asked him like a more personal question, meaning like, what are you doing for New Year's? Just, something not about my grandma. And that kind of started a conversation. And I was like, okay, cool. That was it, right? It was after that appointment, my grandma, she had a food tray. And she's like, Kassie, I need you to take this back to where they serve the food. And I was like, Grandma, they come and they pick the trays up. She's like, no, you need to go take it down right now. I was like, okay. And I think internally I knew what she was doing because he had literally just walked out the door. I was like, okay, I'll take it down. And I told myself, if I see him, I'm just going to keep walking because I don't want to make it weird. And of course, I got down into the lobby and he's sitting in the chair. There's like a fish tank behind him and there's actually another older gentleman sitting there too. And I see him and he's working on his computer and I was like, okay, here I go. And I just walked right past him. And he stopped me. He's like, hey, Kassie. Later, he told me that he told himself that I'm going to sit down here. And if she comes down, I'm going to talk to her. And he's like, I was only going to wait a few minutes. That even still brings chills to me because I feel like it was really God working to like give my grandma to push me to go. And that he just had this feeling that he had to wait. From then, we started talking and it grew into a lovely relationship. And eventually, we kind of kept it on the down low. And I kind of told my grandma, but not really because I was nervous too. During that time, she got progressively worse. And so she was really in and out of it. She moved to hospice and would be saying things that just didn't make sense sometimes. One of the things that she said, and I'm a teacher, I had a class and I was working with students and she was asleep and she woke up and she asked me, she's like, how are the kids? And I said, oh, they're good. You know, we're working on this in class. And she's like, she kind of hit my arm and she's like, no, I mean your kids. And then I realized that she was meaning like my own children. And at that point I didn't have children. I wasn't even married. Like she didn't even know really about Brian. And I was like, Grandma, I don't have kids. She hit my arm again and kind of rolled her eyes and was like, and laughed. Like I'm joking with her. And she said, yes, you do. Don't lie. And she said, and I can't remember the names, but she had 2 names. It was a boy and a girl. And I said, oh, like, okay. And I kind of went with her along on this journey and said, okay, like what else do you know? And she's like their dad, Brian. I know. At that moment, I knew. I was like, God is working. Like, I feel like because she was in hospice and in and out, I really do feel like she had a connection with God and that she was knowing things that maybe we weren't even supposed to know yet. And to this day, like, I really believe that that's what was happening. And I mean, and right now, like, I am married to Brian and we do have a daughter. We'll see. Maybe the next one will be a boy. Yes. I don't know. Yeah. So that's really our story. It all started with my grandma.
I mean, only God and Grandma can cook up a love story like that.
Seriously.
Oh, you're such a wonderful granddaughter, Kassie. And I love your story so much. As a matter of fact, our whole team does. And I have really good news. You have won the ultimate Valentine's Day weekend.
Oh my gosh. Thank you.
We're so excited. Fisher Plumbing is a big fan of your love story as well. They want to send you and Brian to the #2 restaurant in America, Canlis, in Seattle. Have you ever been there?
No, I haven't.
I haven't either, but I have heard it is absolutely delicious.
Yay! I'm so excited to tell my husband. I didn't tell him I submitted us because I just wanted it to be a surprise if we did win.
Oh my goodness. Well, the surprise continues because you're going to have a lovely overnight stay in a hotel of your choice. Maybe somebody can watch your precious little baby girl. And you're going to see Toby Mac together in Kent.
Yay! I love Toby Mac.
Me too. I hope you have the most wonderful Valentine's weekend. It's all thanks to Fisher Plumbing. I hope you get that babysitter. By the way, what's your little girl's name?
Her name is Kaylee Alice. Her middle name is after my grandmother.
Oh, oh my goodness. I just can imagine your grandma meeting little Kaylee Alice one day. That is going to be quite a moment. All the angels will be gathered around.
Yes.